Hello, nonprofit leaders. I'm Sarah Olivieri, your host, and this podcast is here to assist people like you, executive directors, board members, and other nonprofit leaders make a bigger impact with insights, tips, and lessons learned from nonprofit leaders and experts. Having been an executive director, a board member, and now a consultant and coach, I truly understand the challenges you face. And that's why I'm here. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so you can make a bigger impact without the burnout. And so is our sponsor, DonorBox. DonorBox isn't just a suite of helpful fundraising tools, it's a partner that helps you raise more money and supports you in retaining your donors. I love their forward-thinking approach. Visit donorbox.org to learn more. And don't forget to sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter, where you'll get bite-sized, actionable tips just for nonprofit leaders like you, delivered weekly to your inbox. Sign up at inspirednonprofitleadership.com/sign up. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Today, we are talking about the power of celebrating wins. One thing we do every week in the Thrive program, where I work with nonprofit leaders, is we celebrate wins. And it's one of my clients' favorite parts of what we do. And I want to talk through why celebrating wins is so important, and especially what counts as a win. So let's talk about the benefits first. Well, when we celebrate wins, it's good for our mindset, right? Sometimes the work of being an executive director or nonprofit CEO can feel a bit grueling. It can feel a bit thankless. Also, when we celebrate wins with our teams, we can kind of gauge where our team is at. We'll see if their attitude is maybe a little, oh, I don't really have anything to celebrate. Oh, something's going on there, right? Or maybe there's a lot of energy and excitement about something that's going on at your organization or even outside of your organization. There's so many great insights to learn about your team members when you celebrate wins. You very much get to hear what's top of mind, and you can really get a pulse on what's going on with your staff. Another reason to celebrate wins is it gives us an opportunity to uncover an issue. An issue is the seed of a problem, but it is also the seed of an opportunity. Any issue, if we look for them when they are babies, could either, if we attend to them early, they can grow into opportunities. And those same seeds, those same issues, if we don't tend to them, will often turn into problems that we then have to react to. So part of building a proactive organization is to always be looking for issues. When we have our teams and ourselves celebrate our wins, we often uncover such issues. Often at an early stage, there's often a, yay, I celebrated this, and it revealed something else. So we had this amazing thing. We got to go to this amazing event, and we realized that, wow, our communications staff is understaffed or under-resourced. And when we did that activity, it had a huge impact, and we realized that there's an opportunity/issue that we're not really taking advantage of going to cool events and things like that. Okay, so 3 benefits, big benefits of celebrating wins is it's good for your mindset, for you and your team. It helps you gauge where your team is at and also where you're at. If you take a moment to celebrate wins, we often come up with things that we weren't thinking about. It's good for your minds, good for gauging where you're at too. And it helps us uncover issues. All right. When should you be celebrating such wins? There are so many good times to celebrate a win. I encourage my clients to celebrate their wins at their staff meetings, have their staff members celebrate wins. You can celebrate wins at board meetings, both for the organization. You can also have board members celebrate their own wins, and they can be related or not related to your organization. During planning sessions, whether you're doing strategic planning or some kind of tactical planning, that's also a great time to celebrate a win. Anytime you're gathered with a group of people is a fine time to celebrate wins, and you can absolutely celebrate wins with your clients as well. It's one of the best ways I know of to start a meeting. What counts as a win? All right. Anything good that happened. That's an easy one, right? That counts as a win. Any progress that was made counts as a win. Something just lucky that happened that maybe you didn't earn, but you got anyway, counts as a win. But wins aren't always progress. Wins aren't always something that happened. They can be things that you survived. They could be, "Oh, I made it through the week." That's a common win. Sometimes I hear from executives, "It was a really bad, hard week and I survived." And I managed to still make it to the staff meeting, right? That counts as a win. It could be anything that brought you happiness or joy. I had a meeting with a client. I cried with my best friend, and it really reminded me, how lucky I am to have that friend. That counts as a win. And my favorite win that we often forget to think about is we can celebrate something bad that didn't happen. There was no earthquake this week. Nobody was out sick. There was some disaster that could have happened but didn't. And there is always, every week, every day, tons of bad things that aren't happening. And oftentimes the work of great leaders, the work of great strategists, the results are smooth. Maybe they're big wins, but you can also be incredibly successful by eliminating the bottom half of the chart, eliminating the downs, right? So there's no big ups to celebrate, but man, did you remove a lot of downs. And those things can get lost in the shuffle. It's very hard to measure bad things that didn't happen, but they count, and they count as wins. That's all I have for you today. You can work with me directly through my work at Pivot Ground. And the best way to learn more about the Thrive program is to apply, and we'll have a conversation. And you can do that at pivotground.com/application. Until next time, all the best.
You've been listening to Inspired Nonprofit Leadership. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode or the bonus episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review, and be sure to share with your friends and colleagues. Tune in every week for more useful insights and wisdom on nonprofit leadership. Thanks so much for all you do for the communities you serve. Until next time, all the best.